So after 15 episodes, we've come to the 16th and final episode of the Retro Gaming Chart Show, and we're going to go out with a console that I rarely cover on this channel. Yes, you heard me right, this is the final Retro Gaming Chart Show for the foreseeable future. So how do we put this feature to bed? Well, I thought I'd finally get around to covering a console that you rarely see here at Hoof Gaming, Sega's Game Gear handheld. Full disclosure, I've never actually owned one, but I did spend many moments playing on friends' Game Gears, and considering how many Game Gear games were just almost identical ports of Master System releases, I'm probably more familiar with the system's library than even I realise. So looking at the December 1994 issue of Computer and Video Games, incredibly late in the system's life, here are the top 5 UK Game Gear charts. In at number 5 is the Game Gear port of the NES's surprisingly decent rendition of Star Wars. This is a tough as hell game, but I always had a soft spot for this one, growing up in that period in between Return of the Jedi and the special edition re-releases of the original trilogy. You can play as multiple characters, even Princess Leia, visit pretty much all of the locales in the movie, including the Mos Eisley Cantina and the Trash Compactor. For an 8-bit movie license, it's a surprisingly authentic experience. The Mega Drive version of Disney's Aladdin is considered one of the classic platformers of the 16-bit generation, namely due to its incredibly animated visuals that were created in tandem with Disney themselves. This Game Gear port is at number 4, looks pretty good, and isn't a total port of the Mega Drive version either. It might not play as well as its 16-bit brother, but it's a decent platformer for the system. There were so many ports of the arcade's NBA Jam and its sequel. I recently did a video on some of the secret characters and fatalities hidden in NBA Jam TE, but I never knew that there was a Game Gear version. And you know what? It's actually pretty impressive to see it running. It looks incredible for the hardware, and although there was no chance that Sega's humble handheld could convey the fluidity of Jam's gameplay, it manages to be a fun basketball game anyway. It's beginning to dawn on me that this chart has not featured a single unique Game Gear game. It's all been ports of games from other systems, and I can assure you that this trend isn't going away as we move on to the number 2 game, Sonic Spinball. It's a considerably easier version of the game than it was on Mega Drive, but I'm not entirely convinced that Sonic Spinball holds up in any of its forms. But hey, pinball games are always good for a quick blast of fun, especially on a handheld. Another port comes in at number 1 with a vastly cut down version of the infamous Mortal Kombat 2. Arguably a better port than the Game Boy version, it's just about playable if a little jerky. But at a time when Mortal Kombat 2 was the game to play, it is pretty cool to have a half decent handheld version that even included the essential blood without a cheat code. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this and want more, you can click this icon to subscribe, this icon to support me financially via Patreon, or these icons to watch more videos from my channel. Why not take a few seconds to answer the question of the week in the comments, or just let me know what you thought of this video. See you next week.